Yeah, so it was the first one that I sat in post-graduation. So, it was the first IEP meeting where I'm introducing myself as Dr. Kendra, and I was there on behalf of a family. And it's, you spend all this time in graduate school refining your technical speak. And I might also argue that you exit graduate school with a little bit of dogmatism, really feeling like, your science is the best, and which is fine, and you can have that. But inside of the goals that I had for my career, I actually really needed to learn how to play nicely with others. And so my experience in that first meeting, it was, I actually really tarnished some relationships in that meeting, and it presented some roadblocks to some collaborative efforts that would have been in service not just of my career, but in service of the child and the family that I was there to help support. And so that was a real eye-opening experience for me to learn how to, in fact, I remember after that experience is when I really became interested in worldviews, which is one of the things I had learned in one of Steve Hayes' classes. And I really took on, I actually did several presentations on worldviews and started to learn more about the worldviews and theories and philosophies that kind of guide education and educational practices to find a common ground that would allow me to communicate in a way that was more effective and more inviting and more collaborative and more nurturing with individuals that I planned to interact with inside of my career goals, which was changing education. And you just can't do that from a position of dogmatic. And that was one of the most valuable lessons that I learned post-graduate school that had a tremendous impact on my career from that day forward. And so it was about learning how to give up being right, learning how to give up being technical, thinking you have the answer for everything, and allowing a space for others to collaborate and talk about their collaborations however they're going to, and finding that space for contribution for everyone involved. That made a huge difference.
So I started this series this year as a way to give back to the Patreon community that helps supports this channel. If you're interested and you have the ability to, if you just go to patreon.com/thedailyba, you could help out. I give you access to some behind the scenes, some what's going on, polls. You can influence the channel, what's happening, and you get access to these sort of videos early. So check it out, and I will see you in the next one.